Good evening, guys. So, I am going to do some building. So, yeah, just waiting for the stream to fire up. Going live in any second, guys. Right then, guys. Let's do this. So, where were we? We were adding all this at the end of yesterday's stream. So, kind of get this area done tonight, I think, all this. Got the rubble done. Make it all work. Excuse me, guys. Hurry. Hey, Dan. Sorry, totally missed your comment, dude. Busy building, as always. Hope you're alright. Had a good day. Not sure, Dan. I know they've been reformatting YouTube recently. It chops and changes every other day. Hey, Ben. Welcome to the channel, dude. Huh. I'm very good. Not such a good day at work, but it is what it is. It's car sales. Welcome to the channel, dude. But yeah, we got this little beastie, this huge thing going on. Taken about a year so far to get it where it is, and we're not far away now at all. So yeah, going well. Hope you're well, dude. Well, I'm hoping to have it done by then. I mean, where are we? What, 23 streams away, so I don't want to say it because I always jinx it and put too much pressure on myself, but I have a feeling it will be done by then. So, what I am going to do as a final cut video, excuse me, is I'm going to put it on my 4K ultra wide and try see how it comes out in 4K. Whether I'll do it in the normal, 16:9 setup. Hey Sam, how you doing, dude? How's things going at school? Hope those exams aren't too hard, buddy. But yeah, hopefully get it done on me 4K, and then I'll render a proper video for it and get it done that way. It's storming like crazy. Crikey, yes. I'm in Milton Keynes at the minute, and it's similar. We've just had a huge, pretty much made everything go dark. And I was driving on the motorway in my electric car, and the lights came on, and the windscreen wipers came on, and I lost 20 miles worth of energy because of the rain. Yeah, I love my company car. Not. Give me a petrol or diesel any day. How many hours into this park? Do you know what? I actually don't know. Where's my Steam? I can't remember what I was at when I finished Thunderland. Because that was 1,300 hours. I'd probably say, in all honesty, I'd probably say I've surpassed that already. Where are we? Oh, coming up to 3,500 nearly, so I'm at 3,471. I would honestly say, I'd have to go back through all my old posts and everything, because I used to post when I hit like 1,000 hours or 2,000 hours or whatever. But I'll just have to try and work it out. But I would probably say this park, I mean, just going by the hours of live streams that you guys can see in the catalogue, in the playlist, sorry. Catalogue. Why do I call it a catalogue? Playlist, Ryan. Playlist. What was I going to say? You'll see there's hundreds of hours worth of footage there of me building. But in all honesty, I'd probably say it's roughly about the same at the minute. Probably, definitely over 1,000 hours have gone into it. And I'd probably say 500 of that has been walking around, just making sure that everything's at right height, everything looks good, etc. And, like we did last night, I know it was a bit of a lame stream yesterday, but just walking around the park makes such a difference to how the park finish looks at the end, because you're seeing it from the real perspective. And like last night, we saw a load of stuff that I needed to do or tidy up, and we did it. It weren't major, because what I've tried to do with this is not have to mop up after myself. I have literally, I know that sounds really disgusting, but what I mean by it is I have literally tried to make sure everything is right as I'm doing it, instead of just, building quickly and then thinking, oh, I'll come back and do that, because it's very rarely you do. So everything has been built to purpose and for purpose. So it's, yeah, cool walking around. You get the good vibe for it, missing all your chat here. Where are you? No, ask away, Ben. Seriously. What work do you do? I sell cars in the UK. Vauxhalls, to be precise, is what it is. But no, more questions the better, guys. How I do things, whatever. I don't know. Want to have a POV of something? Just say. That's the whole point to the live streams, to share the knowledge with you guys and give you inspiration. If I had a tenner for every time someone says they bought this game because of the Adventure Valley review, I'd be a rich man. I'd be a very, very rich man. MP dude. Sorry, Sim. Oh hell, let's go during the day. Thunder and rain is so strong the stream is lagging. Well, my stream's not bottoming out. I've got no drop frames, so hopefully everything hit this end is fine for a change. But yeah, ask away, guys. If I don't respond immediately, it's only because I'm building away and I haven't noticed your message or something. So my apologies if that happens. But yeah, cool thing about live streams, you get to see it happen as it happens, literally. And I can't put it any simpler than that, really. You know, I've got a gap there, but if you just put some rubble in there, it looks like it's disintegrated. They're an actual joke. Crikey. Saw fun on Channel 5 a couple of weeks ago and addicted on watching your vids. Cheers, Ben. Never the intention, but how can I put it? I'm overwhelmed by the response that you guys have given the park. I mean, it was a great park. I enjoyed building it. I can't quite believe, and I don't mean that to sound selfish, the response it has had. I mean, I've just played the game so much. You have a very good understanding of how it works in all manners, bad and good. So if you can get the gist of that and kind of carry that through, I build to those restrictions within the parameters of my setup. So, you know, we're going a bit crazy nowadays because we got the old 4080. So, you know, things are different. But in the past, I could only build to what my graphics card and setup at the time would allow me to. So, you know, unfortunate at times, but then also very fortunate because I managed to maximize what I could achieve with the setup I had. So in some ways, the previous builds are actually better than this build, because at least with this build I can just go absolutely crazy now. But what I mean by it is the last ones, they were, you know, they were built specifically to the graphics card and the hardware I had at the time, which this started out that way. Very quickly changed its tune, shall we say. Film tune, change the tune. But no, I just love it. I've always loved theme parks. I've always loved roller coasters. I have been to many all over the world and love it. Just you know, being the go-karter that I was when I was younger, the sensation of speed has always kind of been in my blood. And I guess I was very fortunate when I was young to go to a lot of different theme parks throughout the world, and enjoy them and grow up with them. Even though probably now if I got on a coaster after 5 years of not being on any because of money, and as you all know, you've been there for me, you know, well, most of you, it's a shame we haven't been able to go. But then at the same time, here in the UK, there's a lot going on. We got Project Exodus coming next year. We got Nemesis Retrack reopening, my favorite coaster ever. You know, you got all that kind of stuff happening. Why am I putting so much work into that bit? It's meant to be around here. So next year's going to be a different year. We'll be hitting the parks next year. And I'd love to return to Disney World Florida one day. And that's kind of the reason why I built this park. It's, you know, it's not a recreation. The last time I went was 2015 with my little girl. And I don't know when I'm going to get to go again, purely because of the price of it. It's astronomically expensive. And I do mean horrendously expensive. So you kind of sit there and go, well, I got this game, you know, I could try and build something in the game and make it feel like you're at Disney. And lo and behold, we have this. That's how the park came about, guys, really. Secretly. Not that there's a secret anymore. But, yeah. Wonderland Magic Kingdom. Not a recreation. Inspiration. And like these guys, I am just genuinely randomly just placing these anywhere, at any angle, on any surface I can get them on, just to make it look worn and tired and just rubble. Make it look like an actual ruin, you know? And I know literally you only see these for split seconds on the coaster, but those split seconds that you do see it makes it all worth it. Which I'm going to show you now. I just want to make sure those rocks and everything are right. So we'll do Big Bluey first, guys. Any questions, just ask away as always. You're more than welcome. I won't tell you my inside leg measurement, but most things I will. And that was just a joke. Haha. Cheers, dude. Well, hopefully, in about 10 days' time, if anyone does want to, in a most serious essence, donate, you're more than welcome. I've got to pay for this graphics card somehow, guys. I'm only joking. Well, I'm not joking. Hopefully in about 10 days, I'll be qualifying for donations. And it says a shop, but it says limited shop capability, so I'm not sure what that means yet, so I've got to look into all that. But you guys will also be able to subscribe as well if you wanted to. But I don't expect it, guys, so please don't think I'm here and going to be bombarding you with spam and everything like that. That's not who I am. That's not how I want to do it. And then when we hit the 4,000 hours mark, we'll be putting adverts at the beginning and at the end only. No adverts through the middle, guys. I promise. I may change my mind when I see the difference in payments, but I'll discuss that with you guys first. I don't want to spam the crap out of you. But the channels go in that direction, and I can only thank all of you guys for it being there, because if it wasn't for you guys, you know, we wouldn't be having this conversation, and I wouldn't be streaming this park. So that is the funny thing, Dan. That's very funny, because you can actually go to Anaheim at the minute for about $1,500 less, or £1,500 actually, not dollars, pounds less, than you can go to Florida, which is insane. But then I don't know, I've never been to California. I'd love to go to California, so it's one of those for me. Yeah, it looks alright. You do get more of a view of it on Bluey. You don't see much of it actually. We will after this bit, hopefully. It works. It works. It works. But what I've just realised from both POVs, I don't need to put too much work in. We just need to put some of these around. Nothing major. So guys, I also want to apologise because for some reason on the streams at certain points, I'm not too sure why, but the sound goes a little bit crackly, and I'm not sure why the computer's doing it. So I just want to apologise, and I'm not that much of a technical whiz, so I don't understand when stuff like that happens what the issue may be. But I've noticed it's when I turn my microphone off most of the time, so if you do hear me grunt or something like that, I apologise. It's because the microphone I'm leaving on now, just to see if that's what the issue is, because I can mute it on the microphone, so I'm not sure if that's creating like an issue. That's the way my mind works when I try and work out what goes wrong with things. Quite a neat little trick. Blimey. Tornado warning in Germany? That's insane. Why'd you say that? I think we had a couple of tornadoes a couple of years back. Or a few years back now. I can't quite remember. I remember rightly. I think one was down in London. There I am saying about Germany. I suppose it can happen anywhere. If the right climate and conditions are met, I guess it could happen. So much of this stuff. So much of it. That is a good thing. Right, let's do a quick nighttime view. Have a quick look, see how it all feels. Look at that now. Look at all the... Look at that now. Amazing. Right. You big bluey. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got to make this lift hill a little bit more ruined. There's just not enough kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Just need to add some reeds and rocks and bits. Right, that looks good. Let's give Big Red a go. Yeah, that's climate change for you, Sam, unfortunately. I just love the shadowing. so good. So, Ben, where you from? UK, America? Where you from, my man? Europe, even? I don't know. MP? I reckon you're France. Sam, we know you're Switzerland. Dan, you're in the UK, like my fine self. Both in the UK. It's funny, I look back at some of my YouTube stats and it shows me, it tells me like when people upload, if they're from the States or wherever. And I can't remember where I had somewhere the other day. It was somewhere like Senegal or somewhere like that. I thought, crikey. And then we had New Zealand, which I thought, that's pretty much the other side of the world. And there's been a couple of others, and it's just interesting how you know, it's literally people all over the world. Mad. Yeah, that bit there now where it drops down looks perfect. Oh, Little Western Hamburg, Germany. Sorry, my man. I thought it was, I thought I saw you were speaking some French the other day. My apologies. Super. Netherlands, welcome. Welcome to the channel, dude. First time chat. Welcome. I think Max Verstappen is a very talented man, but he could be a bit happier about it. No worries, Dan, I've had mine. We're all good. So that whole section is pretty much done. I need to get a stairwell in here, actually. Hold the line caller. On that one, that one, that one, that one. Duplicate. Thank you. Exit. Yeah, the lighting's working really well. I was well happy with that. How that came out. So we want this round there. Again. That is about right. Here's a spoil sport, yeah. But then what can I say? My man Hamilton had it easy for 8 years. Well, not easy, but had it for a good 6 years straight. It was pretty easy for him, bless him. But yeah. Max's turn. Do you know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see Lewis in the same car as Max, I think, or vice versa, you know. I think that would be a great way of having that debate of who's the greatest. It'd be lovely to see. I think if you sent them both around in a Red Bull, that'd be pretty sweet. But it'll never happen. Sticking through the wall? Hope not. Autosave, guys, sorry. Hey, Phantom Dude, you good? Another USA? Oh, what is going on? Oh, wow. This is what you get now when you get to 120,000 pieces. Ugh. What on earth? Thank you. None of that's sticking out. That's all good. So that fills that in. That's perfect. So we just need some rubble on there. I'll do that in a minute. So what we've got going on. Could you imagine if Lewis, Max and Alonso all got in the same car and raced? Yeah. Alonso, I think he's good. He's good. But I've just never liked the bloke. Not what he did to Hamilton at the Hungary Grand Prix in 2007 when Hamilton could have easily taken pole. And he held him up in the pits so that he didn't have enough time to get around the track. That's just very unsportsmanlike behaviour. But yeah, anyway, I still like the Roman times, buddy. It's just about money, food, drink and games to keep people occupied. So operas from sports, politics. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much life in a nutshell there, actually. Oh. But just going back a step, guys, when what you call it, when the channel does obviously go partner, I will not bombard it with adverts and everything like that. There will be adverts eventually, and you're all more than welcome to obviously support the channel however you wish to, whether that just be with a sub or you know, a subscription or a one-time donation, whatever it wants to be. You know, there's no asking, it's just whatever you guys feel. There's been a number of people over the last few years, especially at the beginning of Thunderland, that were trying to offer me money through PayPal, and I didn't accept anything because I thought it was just a bit dodgy. But the nice thing about this now is that it'll all be regulated. So, you know, if you guys want to do it, you're more than welcome. So, yeah. I think I should pay you. Yeah, go to a kart venue. I'd have them all. Hey, Stacy, stranger, how are you? Nice to see you. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do a walkthrough on red because I've done a lot of queue work as well recently. Okay, Sim, I'll try and say that. Je ne sais pas comment est fichant qui. Not sure what I said, but anyway, if that's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I've always been fairly decent at doing pronunciations, but it's like, good eye, mate. The shrimp on the bar, mate. Do a good South African accent. I'm good, I'm happy, I'm streaming, I'm building, I'm happy. I'm away from the world. Chatting to all you lovely people. 9 of you in the stream. Wow, guys, welcome, thank you. Hope you're enjoying the park. I should be looking around here, helping you guys out. Just showing around what I've done, really. So yeah, just put some rubble in here with some weeds again, just to give it that rundown look. But the views now are more direct at certain parts of the track instead of the whole thing, which I think is a good thing. Because as you walk through the queues, you see different segments of the ride, which is quite cool. We did do a lot of nighttime lighting recently, and I need to finish that up next once we finish off all this foliage and rock work. It's coming together. It's coming together. But this pretty epic view around here now. And this is what I mean by this game, guys, when I say levels. So if we just pause this just here, it's not going to let me look around, but if you look at close to you, you've got the railing, you've got the lamp on the corner piece of wall, you've got the trees, you've got the rubble, you've got the bushes, you've got the coaster, you then got another layer of trees, a bit of brickwork protruding in and out all over the place, and it's just layer after layer after layer after layer. And that's how I look at the game with whatever I'm building. The dog's going blooming crazy again. What's wrong with you? Huh? What's up? But that's what I mean by layers. And I know it just, you know, you build a coaster, you theme it, cool. But you need to look at it in a certain way. And if you look at it in a certain way, that's how you get things to come out that look real in a game that is not looking real, you know? Phantom, you funny git. Oh well. I could do 1 to 10 in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 and 12 I can't remember. I can remember 20, 20, 21, 21, 22, 23, and so forth. La primera is right turn, and I can't remember what left is. I think it's liquida. If I remember correctly. I'm going back about 25, 30 years here, guys. I've hardly spoken any Spanish since. Dos cerveza, por favor. That's 2 beers, please. I know that one. I know leche means milk. Why? Oh yeah, we were in the queue, weren't we? So yeah, I just need to do something with this lift hill, really, guys. But yeah. Do you know what I find amazing is when you meet someone that's like multilingual that speaks 6, 7 languages, and one of them's like ancient Mayan or ancient Egypt, and you go, "Did you have a childhood?" I don't know. I find it strange. I was never able to link the English into Spanish and vice versa. My brain just can't do it. You know, I can recognize words and stuff like that in different languages, kind of just purely because of the way, like, whatever you're watching at that particular time. But yeah, no, yeah. I think, to be honest, when I was at school, it was a little bit different. You know, nowadays, you got a lot more technology that helps you and everything like that, where back in my day, it was literally like reading a book and checking the difference, you know. It weren't about having an iPad and whatever and it speaking to you. You know, yes, we had Walkmans and stuff like that, but, you know, different times, I guess. But yeah, Why does mouth eating sounds? Yeah, I just ordered food. German, French, English, close related, similar grammar rules. I think that's kind of why I can understand a little bit of it, but not appreciate what they actually mean by the words they say, just because of the situation. You know, like if you're watching a motor racing program or something like that, you know, when they say blah 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 Eau Rouge blah 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 blah, you know that they're talking about Eau Rouge, and you know that they're saying how they took it and everything like that. So you kind of get a gist. That's kind of how I. Sounds absolutely stupid and pathetic, but that's how my brain works, unfortunately. Let's have a little go on this. See what we see from the lift hill. Yeah, that's me. I try. At least to try. That's the main thing. I was just no master at it. Let's put it that way. Frankenwagen would be sick person car. Okay. Or is that a silent K? So it'd be Rankenwagen. Rankenwagen? Is that supposed to be a funny thing to say? Sounds rude. Rankenwagen. Don't be like that, Stace. I don't know anything. I can only do 1 to 10 in Spanish and point to the right and order 2 beers. And I know what leche is, which is milk. But leche also means Foxtrot Oscar in English, in Catalonian, if I remember correctly, or it's the other way around. So milk can mean one thing in Spain, but if you say it in a certain way to somebody else, it means something else. Oh, I got it right. It's ambulance in German. Krankenwagen. Krankenwagen. So where are you from then, Ben? I didn't see it in chat. Are you from the UK, dude? Well, welcome to the channel anyway. It's nice to see a few new people chatting away. It's all good. Good to talk. Oh, Bob Hoskins. It's good to talk. If any of you know who Bob Hoskins is, I'm sure Phantom does. Shmee out of Hook with Robin Williams. And a number of other things. There's a geezer out of Roger Rabbit as well. Yeah, this song works really well for this. Mighty Leicester. Well, I'm from MK, mate. Milk Keynes, down the road. Hope you're doing well up in sunny Leicester, mate. As long as I know how to ask, do you speak English in the language of place I'm off to? I just say, do you speak English? You speak English? You speak in the English? Oh, funny thing is they return back saying, yes, I do speak English, thank you. And you're like, you speak better English than I do. So ignorant towards other people's languages the UK is. I'm really sorry, guys. But then saying that, you know, is English still the most worldly spoken language, or is Chinese? I can't remember. I can't believe that, actually. I can't believe that fact, if that is actually still correct. So it's going back a number of years, but it always used to be that Chinese was the most worldly spoken language, followed by English/American, you know, the English language, a close second. So, yeah. My year 6 French teacher couldn't be bothered to teach us the French we would need for our upcoming trips, so just told us to learn, do you speak English and French? Well, he's a joke. He sounds like my Spanish teacher that I had. Can't remember his name for the life of me. He was an Irish fella, and if you gave him a bit of chocolate, literally, he loved chocolate. But if you gave him a bit of chocolate, he came out in the biggest spots, literally all over, like instantly, within about 2-3 minutes. He'd have a spot on his nose or his forehead or his cheek, or he'd have multiple just for one bit of chocolate. It was just insane. So we used to tease him. We used to take big chocolate bars in. I remember once I took one of those, I think they were a yard back in the 90s. Dairy milk used to come in a cardboard box. It was hilarious. And I took it in and I just had it sticking out my bag the whole lesson, and he just kept shaking his head at me. I'll never forget that. I'm not going to try and speak that, Sam. I'm not going to try and do that. I can't speak French well. Do you speak English or German? Oh, good man. English is the web language. Yep, true. Speaking the English. I think I can speak a bit. Can't spell it. Top one, Ben. I'm like I know Dutch and English, so I made an effort. Now the ball is in the French court. You still think French is the world language? No, true. Well, mind you, it is quite worldly spoken, if you think about it. French Canadian and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know where else. Can't think right now. Backfired. I had to ask someone to buy cheese. I said, do you speak English? He went, no, in French. So I pointed at the cheese and waved euro note. Since the internet, everyone should learn English. We have this mess solved in one generation. Yes, but then the problem is you'll have one worldly spoken language. And it, yeah, I can't remember. There was a program all about it actually many years ago. About if the world spoke one language, but I can't remember for the life of me. It was a BBC documentary. I can't remember what it was. Mind you, what's going on at the BBC at the moment, we're not going to get into that. But are you ever going to believe anything the BBC ever says again? I mean, I'm not. It's all coming out now, isn't it? All of it. We really don't want to go on these again, do we? Actually, you want to see the queue line from this, I guess. I haven't seen it properly myself now that we've done all that. Well, no, cheers for joining the stream tonight, guys. It's been a laugh, which is good. Letting off steam, as you can hear from the train above us right now. Sem can come across a little bit blunt, but he already explained when we first met Sem that he's Swiss. So, very nice guy, but sometimes it does feel a little bit. Let's try it first before we try and make one world government force. Well, if that happens, the world's going to pop. I think the high hopes thing, yeah, that'd probably work. I think it'd be best. I reckon English is best. Yeah. I'm a third Polish. No, fifth Polish, I think. But that's all I know. Nothing more. They like their koi, apparently. from what I've heard. Got offered one once. It's like, nah, I'm alright, mate. Enjoy your fish. I can't eat a koi. I just can't do it. And the reason being was when I was growing up, one of the first fish I chose for my tank, my dad's tank, I got when we were about 8, was this inch-long ghost carp. Just this beautiful silver little koi carp he was. He was gorgeous. And when we built the pond in the garden, which was about 8 foot deep in a diamond shape, all handmade by my dad. I helped. Someone else helped dig it out as well. And he was the first fish we put in there. And I can't remember when... No, hold a minute. It was a bit later than that. I was about 13, 14, I think, that we did it. And I didn't see him for 6 months. Never saw him for 6 months because he was hiding under one of the flaps on the tyre pooling, the matting that you obviously put in, you know, the plastic stuff, rubber stuff, whatever you want to call it. And what was I going to say? I didn't mean you were being rude, Sam. I was just explaining what you mentioned when we first met you, mate. That was all. What was I going to say? And didn't see him for about 6 months, and then he came out. And then the next, must have been 15 years. Every single time I went to that pond, he was there. So I can't eat it. Just can't do it. And don't get me wrong, it's a bit different seeing your little girl cuddle a lamb, and then you go and have lamb for dinner. But that's slightly different. But yeah. Anyway, I'm procrastinating now, talking whatever. I've met many a true Germans, and yeah, blunt is, well, rudeness is an understatement. But then I've met some very nice Germans at the same time, so. Yeah, I didn't mean to sound rude there, Sam. It was literally, I was just, you know, reiterating what you had said a few weeks ago, mate, when we first met you. That was all, dude. Hope that's okay. Did I kill the chat now? Oh, I didn't know that. Air, sea, and traffic. Yeah. How old am I? Have a guess. Here's the poll. Go on then. Have a guess how old I am. There you go. And Dan, keep quiet. You already know. And Phantom, you already know. Have a guess, guys. I think some of you might be pleasantly surprised. Like, whoa, really? But then some may not. Stacy. Bang on. How would you know? How did you know? Yep, 41, guys. 47, cheeky. Don't sound that old, do I? Well, I was down with the kids, you know. Sorry, guys. Super, really? Do I sound that old? Feel down now. Upset. Shouldn't have put it out there. There, yeah, grand age of 41, guys. Worn out, tired, had it. So, you're 54, Super. Welcome. I must admit, I do appeal to the slightly older, not older, I'd say. I was going to say 25 Phantom Cheeky get. Little sweetheart. Yeah, I think a lot of people like the way I do things, and I don't do it any purposefully way apart from actually doing what I just do. But a lot of people say they prefer the chilled, laid-back kind of vibe, you know? But maybe that's what it is. You guys like something. What's this? Alpine fir tree. Let's break it up a little bit. Excuse me. Mind your Roller Coaster Tycoon. Well, that's what I grew up with. I grew up playing that game. And when I first saw this, literally, it must have been 6 years ago now, shortly after it came out, I just, literally, the first video I saw, I knew nothing of the game. Absolutely nothing. And it just blew me away, and I was like, do you know what, I've got to get this game, I've got to get this game. And I wasn't working at the time, I was in and out of work, and I saved up for a computer. And then the last 5 years, I've gone from building something the size of this circle to what it is today. So, plowed a lot of energy into it, let's put it that way. I think that's the best way to put it. $24, Ben. Well, welcome, mate. We try and stick to talking to Blanco most streams, but in this one, it's gone a little bit array. It's not a problem. But we tend not to talk real life stuff and bits and bobs, and it's been quite jokey this evening. I've enjoyed it. It's been a pleasure having you all so far. I'm just trying to think if there's actually anything else I need to do to this front area now. I think I've just got to kind of make that look pushed up. Cut off that area there. Liam Carps. Never heard of him. A quick look. East. The YouTuber, is he? Oh, this guy, yeah. He makes a lot of money off YouTube. What does he do? What is he? In Germany, we don't say DE. Okay. Videos. In Germany, we don't say. In Germany, we don't say. Oh, is he oh, no wonder he's got so many views. He's a basketball player. Congrats, my man. Right, I just got, just for my own sake, I just got to put some rock work here. Purely because it just looks a bit bland. So we just got to tidy that a little bit. I know. Sorts that out. It sorts out that little bland area. That's all good. Okay, so if we... Neat little trick here, guys, for covering up bigger areas, sink a tree or two. Hey Remley, how are you? And you are the best builder I've seen. My fan. Thank you, Stacey. Appreciate it. I do what I do, like I always say. And it comes out how it comes out, really. As you can see here, just literally winging this. Just trying to fill the area, basically, with trees instead of 100 bushes. And it kinda works. Sorts that out perfectly, I think. Yeah, that looks like just like a hilly, treed landscape now. Yeah, different that looks. So we need to finish that up, but then we need to finish this back bit as well. Where are we? So I've put this kind of little thing in here. It's nothing major, but it's something. I think I'm going to add to it. Makes YouTube shorts making fun about German language. English, for example, doesn't have the word, which means being happy when someone trips your foot. I think it does. For the life of me, I can't think of what that is in English. Just trying to think. Put myself on the spot here. What am I doing? Being happy when someone trips or fall. I'm sure that's called something in the UK. I just can't, off the top of my head, think straight right now. When you're laughing at someone, trying to think of what, if we would call that something. I don't know if you'd call it something or it's just an expression. Oh, I don't know. I'll just shut up. Gloat, that's it, yeah. No, gloat, yeah, I guess it is, yeah. Gloat, I'm sure, yeah, I'm sure it's something along those lines. I just, my mind's gone blank for some reason. I know why my mind's gone blank. It's because I'm partially dyslexic, so that's why sometimes you may laugh at me. I don't care. I laugh along with it. But sometimes I say the wrong things by complete accident, but I don't realise I say it. Because in my mind I'm thinking the right word, but the wrong word comes out my mouth. Sounds strange, but that's kind of how it is. I need to move all this back a bit. Troublesome. Not in the dictionary yet, but it was invented by a YouTuber as a challenge and means worth talking about, usually positively. A troublesome. Troublesome. I'm reading that right. It's not like the, what was the limble? So yeah, guys, this is pretty much done now. I think we just need to finish off the lighting. Certain areas that just need a little bit more up light around here, maybe. And up these back sections just here. But it's definitely feeling like it's nearly done. It's only taken a year nearly. Anyone want a POV quick? In the dark? Ooh, timing. We have 12 people watching, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Come say hi. Come and enjoy the park with us all. Troublesome. Sounds like troublesome. If you know what I mean. Maybe that's the whole point. It sounds like something but means the completely opposite. As in worth talking about, usually positive, where troublesome is normally negative, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know what means what nowadays, to be perfectly honest with you, out in the wide world. It scares me sometimes. One thing I have noticed, you can't say anything. Can't have an opinion on anything either. See, we got no music. Why have we got no music? It's always... what? There you go, I've got music now. Definitely hands up. Defenestration. I don't notice them. What's going Big Bluey then? It's gonna be Bluey. It's gonna be Bluey. Hey Blue, let's do this. So it's all trimmed up, guys. I'll put some rock work around there, but right, come up with a definition for limble. The guy that thinks he has a good computer but doesn't. I don't know. Limble. Quite a funny thing to say, isn't it? A limble. Hands up. No holding on ever on a roller coaster. But then if you put me on Shambhala or Fury 325, not you want to go on that in a minute, I probably would be holding on for dear life. Anything with an overhead restraint, I'm absolutely fine with. Or if it's a woody with a lap bar, I'm fine with. But no, I'll be hands up all the way on these. Hands up. Most definitely. And then we have the blue coming into here, which is pretty cool actually. Slightly oversaturated, but I wanted it like that to match the dragons. You'll see, where is it? The red one there. It's slightly, you know, too red, but it needs to be that way. RMCs, I've never been on one, so you know, when I first saw Wildfire in Sweden, which I think was the very first one, scared the living Jesus out of me. I was like, how can you do that with just a lap bar? But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it when I actually do get to go on one, which I can't wait. I think I'll ease myself in first though with a kiddie coaster. Just get used to going on coasters again. I'll be alright. So that's working so well now. You'll see I've just put the odd little bit of light in here. I've just done it on the top here, so when they go through the inversion, they you know, they just have a blue and red glow to them. They don't mix too much, so there's not really a purple there, which works quite well because I've faced them opposite ways to each other. But as they come through there, pretty cool view now. So that's all good. Right. What do we build now, guys? Or do we go for another walk around? What do you want to do? Anything you want to go on? I don't mind. What's this geezer up to? Swinging mine train. I love this view. Again, levels, guys. Levels. All about the levels. That just looks... I wish I could use reshade. I really do wish I could get reshade to work. Because this would just look insane. You even see Big Thunder in the background there. That was awesome. I love it too. I absolutely love this park. I don't care that the coasters aren't like Wonderland Adventure Valley. This is just beautiful. I mean, look at that now that that's all treed up around the Blue Dragon coaster. And the fact that you see both coasters zip through there as well at points, which we may do here, subject to where they are on the track. So we're not gonna. Even though I've got 3 carriages going around. Hello. Nope. There you go. There's one. It's not too intrusive on the views, which I like. Not sure what you're on about. Pound and pence. I don't know what pence is. What do you mean as in pennies? Pence. P-E-N-C-E. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. Yeah, but Dan, you see all the love going into this, mate. I've still got to finish these stations as well. I still haven't fully finished these. Just lacking that little bit of character. It just looks so good. I've done so much work to it. I love this view as well. Actually, how does it look this way? This kind of reminds me of something from Toy Story style music or something along those lines, you know? Actually going to have to turn the music up on that, I think. Because it's slightly catching in with the other one. I'm sure we were a singleton on that, weren't we? Oh, I didn't know they made friends. I'm sure we went on as a single person on that. Anyway, it must just be me. Very strange. Where's this one off to? Pirate Getaway. That's a nice walk. I'm not sure if this barrier around here, look, it's something for me. I don't know why it's just not sitting right. I think it's because we're lacking some detail here. So I wonder if it's worth doing like a pattern there or something. No, they're just going to be those exit ones, mate. Hopefully, what I'll do is I'll put it in the intro. Please refrain from leaving the exit via the entrance. First line of his speech. Johnny, please use exits on all rides. Makes for a better experience. Can you imagine if this had guttering and all that kind of stuff? It would just make it look even more real. I just can't do it on this park, unfortunately. But that's the plan for the next one, guys. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to have a few builds on the go. I'm going to see what inspiration I have in Monaco. And I'm going to build a third of the size of this park. Basically as detailed as one can make it. But I don't have a theme, I don't have an idea, or I don't have anything. All I know is that the buildings... excuse me. It'll be a theme maker toolkit hell, basically. Probably 400 or 500 different pieces of theme maker toolkit will have been incorporated into a much smaller park, but a much more realistic looking park. So I've always wanted to do pure realism. I've never been able to because of how I've built the parks, but also performance of the game. So I want to make probably Rydar Valley size park, Moomins Park kind of thing. Probably Pirates Cove that I did for Channel 5 the other year. Excuse me. Something along those lines, size-wise. But it will be super, super detailed. And I mean super detailed. You'll have all the behind-the-scenes stuff, wiring, all the electric boxes and everything for the coasters, the security cameras on the coasters, you name it, it will have it. That's kind of the plan for the next build, because what I couldn't do with this was do all that. So, because we wanted the park, you know. I could do it all. I could, you know, move everything around, change the way I've done everything, bits and bobs, and put a full backstage access and everything in, but what's the point? You don't need it. And it would just kill the frame rate completely. Yeah, so, yeah, like the fire extinguishers and the water hoses and, you know, I know it sounds stupid, but guttering around the edge with the actual pipe that then runs down the side of the building out onto the path or into a drain, you know? Everything. All the details. Well, the computer will survive, mate, because it will only be, it won't be anything near the size of this. And I'll be making buildings like you haven't seen me build before, because I've always tried to make use as bigger pieces as possible to make the buildings. So like the roofs and everything, a bit like, I guess you'd probably say a bit like Wix and everybody, a bit like Glacier and everyone, where they use individual planks to do the roof lines and stuff. Something along those lines. Again, I have no idea what I'm going to do as in to a theme, because obviously putting gutterings on buildings like this wouldn't look right. So yeah, you got to make it look, I'll probably do like a Six Flags-esque style, but with a Rai touch, you know. But what was I going to say? There'll be transfer tracks for the station houses and everything for the maintenance areas, you know, all the stuff you would normally have in a theme park you're going to have. The cool thing about Disney Park is that you very rarely see any of that. So that's kind of a cool thing, actually, that I haven't really had to worry about. But super, I have a build called Monaco, my friend. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a recreation of the real racetrack for the F1 side of things. So that I'm going to be building as well. And the reason why I want to have 2 or 3 different builds on is because I've had 3 years building 3 parks, and it's tough watching the whole thing on the same park over and over and over again. So I thought to myself, do you know what, to keep going and have some energy after work, I thought best thing to do is do smaller builds, but more of them. And what do you call it? Basically just have it as real as you can get it. Monaco is going to be a tough one, because Monaco is going to be a 250,000-300,000 piece count build. But what I do need to sort out with that is the actual coasters and the coaster timings and the track before I actually do any more building. So I've got to get that done. Which will be boring to watch, but possibly fascinating. The time and effort that it's already taken to get it where it is. I don't want to waste that, you know. Looking at the fantasy area, I'm not the biggest fan of the flooring. Hey, what are you on about, Dan? I'll do one better for you, Super. Just find it. Blimey, it was a while ago. There you go, there's a link for it, guys, if you want to take a look. Well, that was how far we got with the build so far, and I know there's someone listening right now that can't wait to see that being done. Phantom. You know what, the more and more I'm watching that, the more and more I'm enjoying it. Just, I don't know, just seems to have come to life now that everything is done on it, you know? Well, not everything, I've got to do a couple of tunnels and I've got to finish this station off. It's got to add a bit more detail in here, basically, guys. Yeah, 30 lightning strikes at once after a 5-minute pause. Wow. Mad storm. Cheers, Colin. Hope you're having a good evening, my friend. Well, I know we took a walk down here last night, but it's just using the tiled flooring. Just look at the texture on that, what it gives. It just works so well. Cheers, Stace. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoy it. But the star paneling as well works. What is going on here? Gonna take a leak, guys. Sorry. Excuse me. Staring at a brick wall. I just love this area. I know I said it last night. I don't mean to keep saying it. Just the transition is perfect from the castle to the little town. The vibe with the crickets in the background. Music. And even when you look back on yourself, it still looks pretty neat. What would happen if you ride a random coaster at 0.5 friction? Don't know, I'm not doing it. I don't know, I'm not doing it. I'm not messing with that stuff. It's just the vibe all the way through that queue line. I just love it. And like I say, guys, it's not a Disney park, but it feels like a Disney park. It does to me, anyway. I don't know why I'm getting those black dots. I think that's with the path. Why am I getting that? Where was it? It was over here. Has that got them all now? Why won't it let me? So what? I give up. Do it an easier way. Where are they? Oh no. Okay, they've all gone. Let's just double check that that was running okay. Where is it? I'll make sure they're going through there fine, guys. Because I don't think I had paving there and I put paving in. I just want to make sure they weren't going through. I know I put tens of barriers underground here, but I just wanted to double check. Black dots are path. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes I can't remember where else I had it. Sorry for the grunting, guys. Dry throat again. I had it in here at one point, and I had it randomly down here. I think it's where you use different types of path, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So when you have the different type of path, it puts this black beading on. And then when you try and put anything over the top, if it's not obviously that one, what do you call it, pixel deep enough, it will show through as it was. So, okay. So what are we going to do in here, guys? I need to think about doing something in here. Now, I'm just wondering if it's just a few beams in the corners just to break it up a little bit. I think that's all it needs. Beams help, for definite. The only problem is I don't know if I've got them. Need them a little bit further out. Just to give it that little bit more of a stand off the wall. A little bit more. What I save, guys, sorry. There we go. Reckon about there will do. Again, all it's doing, guys, is just giving us that little bit more leveling detail. It's always bad. Burn it, melt it, murder it. Oh, Phantom View joke, mate. Love it. No indoor. Sorry guys, 2 seconds, just gotta let the dog out. Right, I'm back. I think that'll do. If we do need, no, get me words out. I think we do need to do much more than that. I think that will suffice. Oh. Yeah, that is a lot better. 2 beams does the job. Yep, happy with that. It's I just need to go make myself a drink, guys. So as we're going through the castle, which would be nice for you because we haven't done that for a while. Back in 2 seconds, guys. Well, whoever unsubscribed, I'm sorry I offended you. I'm sorry that there's obviously something I've said or done. I never understand it. But anyway, good luck with your endeavours, my friend. So that's now that done. A couple of bits that I have to do. What was this bit here? Don't know if it actually needs anything. I might just put some shrubs in there. Just to give it something. Yeah, very strange. Very strange. Not sure, MP. I just put it. I just build it within the limits, really. Try to anyway. Subject to the amount of G-force, etc. Right. Okay guys, that's pretty much me done for the night. I don't mean to just end it there, but I got work tomorrow, so unfortunately I have to go to bed a little bit earlier nowadays. Is there anything anybody would like to have a go on before we finish up the stream, guys? Loads of them. I find it very strange that you get people sub and then within literally minutes, hey Peter. Sorry my man. And then literally within like minutes it goes back down and you're kind of like, well what did I do? What did I say? You know, why sub me in the first place? But anyway, it's the age old question, isn't it? I guess. Oh, he's going home. It's not a view we get to see too much. But yeah, hey Peter, yeah, we are just kind of finishing up now, my man. Realising I need to go to bed earlier nowadays. So, if I carry on till 11 o'clock, it's just not enough sleep. I need more than 6 hours sleep a night to keep going, unfortunately. That's quite a cool view. I like that. I like it a lot. Oh, it doesn't bother me, seriously. It really doesn't. It just... All that frustrates me, I know they're bots and stuff like that, but it's just... I only click on people's channels that I follow because I kind of... I'm interested in what they do. It's very rarely I unsub somebody. But again, it's everyone to their own at the end of the day, you know. This isn't my life, it's not everybody's life, it's just something that's here for you guys to enjoy, as and when. You know. That's a good view now, the old Space Mountain in the background. Good depth perception there. I guess the cool thing about having the lake in front of the castle, I never kind of looked at it for it like this, but you never really have to worry about getting it in view, the castle, if you know what I mean. You're kind of far enough away from it all the time. But yeah, it's kind of convenient that we're finishing up with someone going home, guys. So I'm going to end the stream pretty much when this guy leaves the park. So I just want to thank you all for joining. Guys, it's been a great stream. Thanks for the chat. Sorry if I sounded off or said the wrong thing occasionally. I apologise if I offended anybody or anything like that. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. I really do hope you're enjoying the park come to life. It's, as we said the other day, it is a labour of love. And I really do hope that it feels like a Disney park to most, not just me. Without it actually being a Disney park, if you know what I mean. So. Yeah, it's looking pretty epic with the castle changing colour. If it wants to change colour. There you go. So yeah, and to all the new guys in chat, welcome, seriously, because we're a nice bunch of people. We try not to offend people. If there's any hate or bullying or anything like that, well, there isn't any. So it's appreciated. And let's see what it does. Is it going to stay with it or is it going to chuck me out? Oh, it stays with him. Ah, I did not know this. So we'll tidy up bits like that. Got to sort that out. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the stream, guys. So, again, thank you for joining. And not that there are any new subscribers, but just in case there are, welcome to the channel. It's always appreciated, your time and your likes, guys. And if you genuinely like the park, please give the video a like. It would be appreciated. But that's me pretty much signing off from Thunderland Magic Kingdom, guys. We're nearly there, guys. We are nearly there. So I hope you have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, sleep, wherever you are in the world, guys. I'll catch you all tomorrow evening. Speak to you soon.